Hello, 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 everybody. We have been talking about the perimeter and area of different shapes. One of the shapes that we've been studying are parallelograms. Parallelograms, we know those as four-sided shapes. The opposite sides are equal as well as parallel. Also, we've been to find the area of a parallelogram, we multiply base times height. You also know that as length times width. Also, we've been talking about finding the area of a triangle. And a triangle is basically half of a parallelogram. So what we do is we use the formula for a parallelogram for area, base times height, but we divide that by 2. Now, perimeter for both parallelograms and triangles is the same. We add all the outside lengths. But what you see on page 75 are some challenges, because those shapes that you see 23, 24, and 22, 23, 24, and 25 on page 75 are called complex figures because they are parallelograms combined with other parallelograms, or parallelograms combined with triangles, and we need to find the perimeter and the area. But let's break that down and do what we know. We know how to find the area of parallelograms and triangles. We know perimeter. We just need to modify these shapes a little bit to help them be a little more recognizable to us, something a little more manageable. If we look at number 2, we see a shape here. And basically, if we continue this line, what we end up with are 2 parallelograms. Here's a parallelogram, and here's a parallelogram. Now we have the challenge of finding the perimeter first. But let's use what we know about parallelograms. Parallelograms have opposite sides of equal length. So if this side right here is 5 centimeters, now this is the opposite side. The opposite side is made of this line plus this line. If this is 5, then these two should equal 5. Well, if this is 3 centimeters, 3 plus what number equals 5? That's 2. So this mystery length right here is 2 centimeters. Now, we also know this. We know that this side is going to be the same as this side. And we know a few things. We know that this length plus this length equals the total length. So we know that 2 centimeters plus 1 centimeter is 3, which means that this opposite side is also going to be 3 centimeters. Now we have all the information we need to find the perimeter. Because remember, the perimeter is the distance around the outside. We have the number 5, 3, 3, 2, 2, and 1. And if we add those, we'll get the perimeter. So 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 plus 2 is 13. 13 plus 2 is 15. Plus 1 is 16. So the perimeter is 16 centimeters. Now, area is a little bit different because what we need to do is if we have 2 parallelograms here, we need to figure the amount of space on the inside of this shape and add it to the amount of space on the inside of this shape. But let's use what we know. Now, this shape right here, we know it's a parallelogram, so opposite sides are equal. If this is 3, then this part of the shape right here is going to be 3. And we already know the height. Area of a parallelogram is base times height. 3 times 3 is 9 square centimeters. Now we just need to figure out the area of that small one and then add them. We know that if this is 2 centimeters, the opposite side is going to be 2 centimeters. If this is 1 centimeter, this is going to be 1 centimeter. We know the base and the height in order to get the area. 2 times 1 is 2. So this parallelogram is 2 square centimeters. 9 square centimeters plus 2 square centimeters is 11 square centimeters. Now we have the area and the perimeter for that complex figure. Now let's look at number 23. Number 23, if we study that shape, what we see is a parallelogram right here with a triangle attached to it. Now the perimeter is going to be easy because we have to find the distance on the outside. We have all the numbers for that. We have this side is 11, this side is 10, this is 5, and this is 8. Now if we add these together, 10 plus 5 is 15, 11 plus 8 is 19. If we add those together, 9 plus 5 is 4, carry 14, carry the 1, 1, 2, 3. That means that the perimeter is 34 centimeters. Now what we need to do is find the area. The area of this shape, the parallelogram, plus the area of the triangle. We know this. Parallelogram, the area is base times height. Features about a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So if this is 5 centimeters, that means this is 5 centimeters. And if this is 8 centimeters, that means that this is going to be 8 centimeters. Now, let's find the area of that parallelogram. Base times height. 8 times 5 is 40. So that is 40 square centimeters. Now, let's find the area of this triangle. We already know the height is 8, but we need to find this length right here. But we know a few things. We know that the whole distance is 11, and this part of it is 5. So if we use 11 and 5, we can get this small distance right here. So if the total is 11, we subtract 5. That means this is 6 centimeters, because 6 plus 5 is 11. Now we can do the area. Area of a triangle, base times height divided by 2. 6 times 8 is 48. 48 divided by 2 is 24. So the area is 24 square centimeters. Now we need to add those two together to get the total area. So we have 40 plus 24, and we get 64 square centimeters. Now let's go on to this next shape right here. This is number 24. Let's study the shape. We know something. We know that this is a parallelogram. It's like a slanted rectangle. Opposite sides are equal and parallel. We have 2 of them. So we also know that if this side is 12, this side is 12. We already know that this is 4 and this is 4. We can figure out the area and the perimeter. Now, let's do this. We know that if this side is 5, the opposite side is going to be 5. If this is 12, we know that in the middle, that's going to be 12 if we needed that. And we also know that these are equal, so this side is going to be 5 and this side is going to be 5. Now we're ready to add them up. Outside is the perimeter. So we have 12 plus 5 plus 5 plus 12 plus 5 plus 5. Well, let's think about this. 12 plus 12 is 24. 10 plus 10 is 20. And then we add those together and we get 44 centimeters. Now we need to do the area. But it looks hard, but really it's easy because these are parallelograms, 4-sided shapes, but we just have 2 of them. So we just have to find the area of one, add that to the other one, and then we'll have the area. So we know this. Area of a parallelogram, base times the height. 12 times 4. That's 48. So this has an area of 48 square centimeters. If this has an area of 48 square centimeters, that means this does. Now we just need to add them together. 48 plus 48. 8 plus 8 is 16, carry the 1. 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. We end up with 96 square centimeters. Last one. Let's take a look at this shape. When we look at it, we see a parallelogram with 2 triangles on either side. We know that this side is 11 and this side is 5. We know that if this side is 4, then this side is 4. Now what we need to do is we need to figure out is there a mistake? Oh yeah, we also know one more thing. This side is 5 centimeters. Now if this side is 5 centimeters, that means this side is 5 centimeters. So let's do the perimeter first. We know 5, 5, and 5 is 15. This whole side is 11. Add those together and you get 26. So the perimeter is 26 centimeters. Now what we need to do is we need to figure out the area of this shape and these two triangles and add all three of those together. Well, we know that if this side is 5, this side has to be 5 in between these dotted lines. And we already know what the height is. It's 4 centimeters. So 5 times 4 is 20. 20 square centimeters. Now we have a situation. We know that the height is 4 centimeters of this triangle. But what's the length? Well, we know this. We know the whole length is 11 and in the middle it's 5. So if we subtract 5 from 11 and we get 6. But what that means is that 6 has to be divided equally here and here. So half of 6 is 3 and that means that would be the length and this would be the length. So for a total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's our whole length right there. Now we can do the area of a triangle. Area of a triangle, base times height, divided by 2. So 3 times 4 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. That means that's 6 square centimeters. And if that's 6 square centimeters, this is 6 square centimeters. Now we are ready to add them all up. We have 20 plus 6 and 6. Well, we simplify that. That's 20 plus 12. We end up with 32 square centimeters. Wow. Give yourselves a pat on the back, guys. That was pretty tough stuff. Talk to you later.